Jeepers and anybody else tuning in on this. I wanted to make one of these kind of how-to videos. I noticed while I was doing some research for my Dad's Gladiator Upgrade high steer kit, there's not a whole lot of how-to videos on how to do this. So we're going to kind of take you through the process on the instructions. I'll show you all the different parts that the kit comes with. This is going to be a rough country high steer kit. I'm finding the part number here for you. I can find the instructions. Bit of a mess. Here's the Gladiators and my dad's. This is a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. 3.5 inch rough country lift. Fuel wheels. Some Falcon Wild Peak ATs 37s. So 3.5 inch lift, 37 inch tires. Works pretty good. And so that part number is going to be 10641. That's the track bar bracket, which is this guy right here. This is for the 3.5 inch lift kit. High steer kit, new drag link. This is basically the part that helps to make it a high steer kit. Changes the taper from going up, flips it over down. So we're going to take that over here. And we're going to flip that unit right there. Lighting's a little terrible. We're going to fix that here in a minute. That's what we're going to do. Get this front end up. Get the tire off so you can see it better. And the other thing we're going to do is we're moving that CB antenna. We're going to experiment with a different bracket. That's going to go like that. And it's getting a smaller antenna, basically, so you know it won't hit as much. You can see how the rig's a little taller than it used to be. That's the plan. So hopefully you stick with us and learn you a thing or two on how to install the high steer kit on a 2020 and up Jeep Gladiator JT. So we got it up on the jack stands. Front, you always want to set your parking brake, chock your rear wheels. For the high steer kit, you really only need to take the passenger side wheel off, because you're just wanting to get to this knuckle right here. You see I've got a 10mm wrench. Once you break this nut loose, the joint may try to spin. So you're just gonna use a 10mm to hold the top of that. The nut is just a, so you can get it there, it's a 21. And I did find the part number for this high steer kit. It is actually rough country part number 10637 high steer kit for JL and JT 2018 to 21. That's what we're working on right now, the 2020. We're gonna pull this off. Got it. Well, that was easy. Normally you have to hit these out with a hammer. This one just fell right out. We got lucky on that one. Here you go. So, put that. And tape measures? Where's your tape measures? I don't know. I don't be able to see. All you gotta do is touch the screen. So one of the other things I like to do is take a tape measure and go down to the pitman arm, measure from the pitman arm to the top of the drag link. That'll give you kind of a rough measurement of where it needs to be. A lot of times you can get away with not really having to do an alignment, but it's always best to go down and get it checked when you're done. Take this and go to the pitman arm, and we're going to the center here, about 40, 41 1/4, so that's about where we're going to be at. And we're also going to measure the pitman arm on the other side, count the threads so we get the right amount of threads. Like I said, all this is basically so you can avoid too much of the tracking, because these newer vehicles do have the zero steer, so you do have to have that steering wheel set pretty well centered, or it may cause a traction light on your dash. That's something they don't tell you about. You do need to turn the wheel to clear the tie rod, otherwise the drag link hits the top. Right, now the fun part, let's see if I can record it from down here to reach it. Oh. You can see right here. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. Right there, we're going to measure basically this tie rod to about here. That's going to tell us how many threads we need to set this to. And where did I put that? Ours is about 5.5. That should work. This one's just a little bit harder because the way I put it. Stuff might be nice to have some of the. Taking off the tie rod at the pitman arm so we can remove this tie rod from the drag link and put in the new high steer drag link, because there's a special rivet in this drag link I have to remove. Right there, like a pin keeping that stuck into the drag link. So that's what we're trying to remove. Yeah, of course they put about 10,000 threads on these tie rods, and they probably could do with about half of them. Okay. That's the maybe. This way. Hammer. That one there. So right here we were trying to get this tie rod out without damaging any of the boots, because we did have to reuse that tie rod. We weren't replacing it, so took us a minute, but we did finally get it out. So we missed recording that part. In the future, hopefully we'll be able to get better footage where we need it and be able to show you guys more on these how-to videos. Okay. All right. So pin, you see there, actually holds that from rotating. like a channel. Interesting setup on these newer Jeeps as far as tie rods. You don't just spin them and tighten them anymore. It's a bummer. That's what it is. And that's the only part we needed off of that anyway. So we're gonna need that right now. Need that. So they replaced that rivet pin with a bolt nylock nut. Got it. Okay, I'll just tighten that down. Once you know it is a 7/16. There we go. We're ready to set the and we go. You know what I forgot? Put some on right here. So when does it meet up with this? Meets up about, so we should be getting close. I'll feel it on this. It should kind of tell me. It should be somewhere in here. About a quarter thread. Yeah, see how it's catching? So right there. Not too far. Almost there. Right about there, I think is what it was. Just like that. That's actually kind of nice because now you can just turn this, slides that in and out, and that actually changes your steering angle. So that's pretty nice. As you can tell, it's got a heavier duty tie rod end for steering for the knuckle. That is also greasable. So I'll just put that down in there. Let's snug that up. Tell you what, your steering stabilizer's good.
Is there
a
recording saying recording?
Yes, you're recording. When you see that red, that's recording.
Okay.
All right. Oil. Oil.
All right,
Oil.
you're good.
Really? It's locked. All right. Try low speed first. Your 7/8 hole through the top of your steering knuckle. As this high steer kit takes what would have been upside down, puts it on top. We're going to, where did I put it? Yep. Take that, we're going to gently pound it in there.
Blow it off.
Clean that off. You should use some red Loctite in that sleeve. and tap it in. And that's it. And we'll put the drag link back in and show you what it looks like when it's done.
Know that though.
I know, he had to have known. Let's see here.
Behind your ear.
Back bar extension. It's probably the wrong way, but we're going to try it anyway.
Is it
19.
recording already?
Yeah. Yeah, it's recording already.
19.
Behind you, the 19. Some of this will get sped up and edited.
Yeah,
and
I would.
Because this is boring.
Those would torque down awesome.
You need a torque wrench?
I torqued them. I need a breaker bar and a 1/2 inch on an 18.
19.
19. What it is I'm using. 19. Where's that bracket again? You got it? We're all getting old. So that's
Only
gonna go
me. I'm trying to. I'm not gonna say it on camera.
right there. You're turning 25.
Going on 39 for another year.
Who torqued this? Oh wait, that's right, I did. Yeah, that's helping.
Now you can zip it.
Now I'll zip. Just needed a extra oomph to get it off the first place.
I'm just turning the whole
Not that way.
You should have seen his face. The whole time.
I'm gonna go find it.
And
There's one over there.
20. While you're over there and grab me a 21.
Sure.
So I didn't even take this all the way out. Just far enough back that I can slide that bracket right there. We're going to use the factory one and like that. And the sleeve with the sleeve. Piece of wire or something. Wire, rope, anything. I just have to type this link.
Fishing line.
This one ain't rusted. There's the end.
Joe,
Huh?
what you need?
It's probably money.
Something to cut it with?
This is why you need a whole bunch of zip ties.
I could have got you a zip tie, didn't you? That's for it.
Well, I just did something to tie it up with.
That's so tight. Mom does.
Yeah, but you got the really heavy duty ones that'll hold it in place. This thing's got some pressure behind it.
I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. Try to listen, but all that keep coming. Try to listen, but all that keep coming. I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep coming.
Right there. You can push on that until it clicks. Yeah. Pull on it or whatever you do.
Ready?
Yep. There we go. Coming out.
We can make that one 60.
But I need a 19 half-inch.
Oh, half inch. Oh, I gotta get up. Oh.
I'll go over there already.
19 and a half?
Yeah, it's not in here.
Yep. Got it right here. Just throw stuff.
Of course, I don't even know what it was.
60 pounds?
Yeah. All right, now I have to, which it doesn't, which is weird. There's no instructions on how to do this. You gotta drill here, drill here.
For what?
It helps to support all this extra.
So it needs another bolt?
Well, yes.
Oh, so what size do you need?
3/8.
3/8 drill?
Yeah, 3/8
I don't know
drill.
if there's a set nut silver and Deming 3/8 or.
Now you can probably use the nicer drill. So, all right, come all the way over because I want to kind of explain this track bar. Just the one thing that seems to always get missed on the research that we found is this track bar bracket. Not a whole lot of information on how to put it in, what it does. It actually overlays the original track bar bracket, sits in behind. There's a flag bolt for the sway bar link. Uses the factory hardware still in the track bar. The new bolt for down low. It's a little difficult to tighten this one. It doesn't use the flag nut on the other side. It's just a normal nylon locking nut. So we actually had to use a pry bar to lock that down. If you can get a wrench in there, cool. There are other tips and tricks you can use. You know, cut some of the old track bar bracket out to fit a wrench in there. Then you weaken it a little bit. You got these smaller bolts are more like retainer bolts. They're designed to keep things from twisting as much. You do have to drill holes. There's 3/8 bolts. The other one that's tricky to get to is going to be all the way in the back on the bottom. I don't know if you can see this at all. Here, switch me. Yeah, so I get in here. Right there. Should put another one in there. We don't have the tools here to do that. Hopefully we can get one put in later on. Like I said, it's not detrimental to the operation. It will still work. It just doesn't work, or it does have a little bit stronger ability to maybe twist, depending on how much you're going to flex it. Otherwise, normal daily operation and some light wheeling, it's not going to cause a problem at all. But as you can see with the high steer kit, if you look back in there, you can actually see that we are actually a lot more parallel to the ground, a lot flatter. So this should give you a better, smoother steering, a lot less of the bump steer, a lot less of the wobbles. And like I said, the drag bar is greasable now. So that's it for installing the JL high steer kit. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. You know, comment below if there's anything else you want to add to this. If any of you out there have already installed this, if there's something I missed, just let me know. And we'll see you next time.